Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to my today's vlog. Today we are going to the temple tour, which will have all the temples like the Grand Circuit, what they call. One of the famous one is the Angkor Wat, Angkor Thom. I'm not sure what the rest are, but definitely these are the ones where you would have seen the movie of Lara Croft. So let's see. Let's raid the tomb. Hey guys, we just got our tickets to all the temples. That's like a one-day pass. It's pretty expensive. It's $37 for a day, but they have got options for 3 days and 7 days passes as well. So if you are planning to visit for 3 or 7 days, that will be a little cheaper than the single day pass. So every person going into the temple has to be in the line because they take a photograph of yours, and it's kind of like printed in the ticket. It's pretty secure, so nobody can misuse your ticket. That's the main point.
Four smiling fair Buddha, but this is Brahma Buddha. Four face of Brahma converted into Buddha. We call Brahma Buddha.
Hey guys, so we are at Ta Prohm, which is kind of like the last temple of the circuit. We're just doing the reverse one. So we are going inside. This was built by Jayavarman the 7th. Yeah. So we have our guide here who is helping us to understand the entire history here. So let's get inside and have a look. So the Indian government is helping the Cambodian government for the restoration work, and you can see all these steel reinforcements which are a part of the restoration work. But yes, I mean, a temple this old needs some restoration to preserve the beauty.
Some villagers nearby here, they want to do forest, and looking for like huge gum tree here, and they can chop the trunk of the tree and then set fire and tapping resin of the tree here. So this gum tree is very important for the mother. The largest.
So this tree is kind of like 500 years old and is standing tall here.
Snake, naga, straight on both sides, like it is. Say snap, straight.
Okay.
Some part of the naga may give most tumble down. History there were around 2,000
Hey guys, this is the resemblance of the Seshnag, the snake with 5 heads. And this entire rail resembles the entire Seshnag. Hey guys, just for your information, this is the same place where the movie Lara Croft Tomb Raider was shot, The Lost World. So this is where it was shot, and probably that's how the first exposure to the world it got.
A beautiful dinosaur.
Yeah.
This is very famous here. still a question why we have the carving of this dinosaur here.
So these holes are for the
For
wooden peg that was stuck inside for. Okay.
One stone, one element, at least 10 days.
Look at the structure, man. Can you even imagine that this kind of a structure was built in the 9th or the 10th century? This is majestic.
No, it used to be like Rue. In 1975, Pol Pot, the dictator, took over Cambodia, and most temples in Angkor City here were used as military base by the communist Khmer Rouge. A lot of stuff was stolen and destroyed here. Suddenly, please look at this. Yeah, look to the. You see the tree coming between these tower holes.
You can see the real color. You can see the green color of the structure and also the orange color that's depicting from the tree, from the sunlight.
Hold on.
These are like the structures with the arch but without the beam.
Yes, if you pull one keystone out, the whole thing coming.
Yes. And you can still see these holes which were used to put in the wooden keys for the elephants to pull the stones. So if you can see this interlocking structure, this is kind of like the puzzle. So this is a signature of a marvelous engineering back in those years. And as you can see, probably if you move one of these blocks, the entire structure will collapse. And that's how it is built.
Amazing tree here. It's keep growing on part of this building. This is a K-pop tree. We call it K-pop tree.
So this trees, like since Cambodia has got a season of 6 months of rainy season and 6 months of dry. So during the rainy season, they live on the rain, but in the dry season, they live on the moisture. All this sandstone, as you can know how sandstone works, in the daytime or in the nighttime, they will just, release the moisture, and this tree can live for hundreds of years, just depending upon that moisture. So we are now getting into the main shooting spot of the movie Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider shooting.
Okay, so this is the famous Tomb Raider shooting spot, and you can understand from the gathering of the crowd, everybody's here to see that. You can see so many beehives up there.
Careful.
This tree looks like it's been painted or coated with some silver or some gold. This is an amazing view of the entire place. It's called Ta Prohm. Am I pronouncing correctly?
Ta Phrom, yes.
So Ta Prohm is the correct pronunciation for it. You can see some more preservation work going on here with this wooden reinforcements. Yeah, so this is how it used to look before the conservation work started and after the conservation work. So it's a really great work by all the engineers to preserve such an heritage and such an history. So we just finished visiting the Ta Prohm. Probably whatever we covered, it was a glimpse of the entire history, and the real history is definitely even vast and definitely cannot be covered in just half an hour that we did. So from here, now we are going to Angkor Thom, and we'll see you guys there. Till then, let me just recharge my camera a little bit so that I can show you all the great footages from there as well. So as you can see around, it is built by King Jayavarman VII, and if you can see the structures to the left and the right, this depicts the demon and the god. If you have learned or read about Sagar Manthan, where the god and the demon work together to churn the ocean to get the Amrit out of the ocean. So the King Jayavarman VII wanted to build his emperor like the churning of the ocean, and so that the prosperity and the Amrit comes out of his kingdom. So this is called the Victory Gate. This is one of the 5 gates that this place has, and if you can see these 3 columns, these are actually not columns but the 3 trunks of 3 head of Airavat, the elephant of Lord Indra.
Some wooden structure remain.
Yes.
So this door was closed at night and swung open in the morning in the history.
You can see, if you can see closely, there is some leftover image of Indra who is riding Airavat. You can see the beautiful picture of the Brahma Buddha, the 3 faces, sorry, the 4 faces, the other one is on the other side, but here you can clearly see the 3 faces of Brahma Buddha. So King Jayavarman VII, he built an extremely good security with a 12-kilometer and a 10-meter high wall all across his empire, with a trench which was filled with thousands of crocodiles, and the trench behind the trench, it was complete army of the horses and the elephants. But his empire never collapsed because of the enemy, but it collapsed because of the climatic disaster. His empire hit a drought, and that's what created the downfall of his entire empire.
This Brahma Buddha into his own face. So this is like a Buddha king as well. Brahma Buddha and Buddha king. Yeah. And we have 49 towers on the main building here.
So we've got like 49 towers
So
here,
49
and
towers.
over 200 Brahma Buddha faces, smiling Buddha faces engraved all across.
And this temple, it took only 20 years to build.
Only 20 years?
Only 20 years.
Only 20 years?
By 2.
So it was started by, so this temple was started by King Jayavarman VII,
Finished by him?
and it was finished by King Jayavarman VII?
King Jayavarman himself.
Okay.
He was there to
And
use.
the name of this temple, Bayon, that means heaven for Buddha.
And this is the main temple of Angkor Thom. And so as you can see, there are like 49 towers here, and with 5 towers in the entrance gate, so 54, that represents the 54 small kingdoms of the Cambodian king or the Khmer king at that point of time.
One tower for one Buddha statue inside.
So each tower has got one statue of Buddha inside.
Yes.
So all 49 towers has one Buddha statue inside.
Yes. Pray it.
Okay. So it's still active for prayers today. You can see a Shiva Lingam, which is in the largest Buddhist temple or monastery in Cambodia. So we're going to the Sangrila, the meaning of the heaven. It's like a stairs to the heaven. These piles of stones are collected from the damaged portion. They have just collected it and kept it here for the restoration work. So slowly and progressively they'll be using these stones to restore the work. You can see all these engravings and all these real portions and the engraved portions of the main temple.
Commander all dressed in uniform here. Professional army, they wear uniform.
That time?
Yes, they had long uniform here, and they had crossbow on the wheel here and on the elephant heads too. And men also know how to put crop top on like you. Look at the commander here.
See all of you guys, all these lions, they don't have a tail because the tail was made of copper, and the French, they stole it and yes, probably sold it in their own country. So we have just finished our Angkor Thom trip. Now we are going to the last destination, which is ideally the first destination for most of the tourists, but we tried, or we just took the circuit in the reverse way. So now we are going to the main attraction, that is Angkor Wat.
Towers, the main entry tower in the middle, that was the king entrance. And the two smaller ones on both sides, that for official family, for invite guests, official gate.
So we are right now walking through a artificial bridge, which is kind of like a jetty. The original bridge is there. As you can see, it is closed for 5 years by UNESCO for the restoration work because the bridge is too much damaged. So here, this artificial bridge is being used by all the tourists for their access to the Angkor Wat. As you can see, guys, see here, these are the bullet marks from the Khmer army, and they wanted to massacre this place. And this is the great Angkor Wat. So we are going to the main entrance and the main pathway, and you can again see the same structure as you have seen in the Ta Prohm. And as you can see, this is the three towers, the Brahma, Vishnu and the Shiva. And our guide showed us the photograph, which I will probably paste it in the video, and they use this with the sun movement to decide or to understand that whether it's the rainy season or it's the harvest season. And it's the same structure of Sheshnag here as you have seen in the other bridges. So in the historic ages, this ground that we see here, it used to be used for having breakfast by all the invited guests by the king. And you can see those windows, small windows. There used to be one or two Apsara dancers to greet and to entertain all these guests.
With t-shirt and wearing short hair. Look at it on the t-shirt and short hair.
Yeah, so this is like the design of the Louis Vuitton today, and they just put like LV in between to hallmark or trademark that. Yeah, this is from the Ramayana, the Hanumans dancing and enjoying after their victory. So this wall describes the fight between Ram and Ravan in Lanka. That is, the engraving has been done of the entire war in this single wall. So this is Rama, Hanuman, Lakshman and Vibhishan. So this is the Ravan. We had 10 faces of Ravan in Ramayana, but in the Cambodian version we can see only 7. It's 3, 3 and 1 top of each other. So when they cut the forest, they burn the wood and the leaves. So these are the effect of the burn. So that's why you can see the black patches here. The king pool and the rest of the details he's telling you right now.
For the queen, for children and family 4. And in the history, the bottom of the pool here all lined up with gold tile. And it's filled up by rain.
Where are the gold?
In 16th century, the empire declined. The gold tile has been removed, and the king moved to Phnom Penh. So a lot
you've
of
taken the gold
yes, and some golden Buddha in the museum and in the palace of Phnom Penh, they took from Angkor Wat here. So the pool here is just filled up by rain on August, and when the pool filled up by rain after the king gave speech and had entertainment already, he came to swim in the golden pool here.
It's called the Mahamiru, the heaven for the king. And look at those stairs. It's 60 degrees steep, man. So the king's stairs are like 45-degree inclination, which was a little bit comfortable for anybody to climb. Whereas for the staff, it was 60 degrees. The king was pretty selfish, isn't it? So we're right now getting inside.
Strict regulation.
Let's go up. This view is totally worth the climb that we did. And this is the last spot of Angkor Wat. So as I always say, climbing up is easier, climbing down is not. So be very careful while you're climbing down through those steep stairs. And with this trip ends, or today's trip ends. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe so that you get the notification of all the new videos. I'll make more videos out of this trip. So see you guys all in my next video. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy.